Hey everyone, I'm Elfowls, and welcome to week 6 of the MGL, where we are playing against Mmuffinz, coach of the Mmuffinz Mudkips. And just getting right into the matchup here, they have a team that is led off with a Munchlax, which is an incredible round 1 pick for them. It's just such a tanky Pokemon, eats hits for days, and hits back really hard, can use, I think, recycled berry juice strats even, if it wants to kind of stay healthy throughout the match. So yeah, that Munchlax is a big threat. It kind of highlights a bulky core of that opponent's team. We have the Chinchou, which is just a solid water type. Definitely another Pokemon that kind of adds to that, like, hits you pretty hard, takes hits for days. It's pretty good at what it does there. And then you have more bulk provided by the Marini, of course, and the Bronzor and Geodude. And then on the offensive side of things, they have the Alolan Meowth, which, like Kanto Meowth that we fought before, it outsees my whole team, and it's pretty threatening overall, so we're going to have to watch out for that. Contrary Snivy is also a big problem that I have to pay attention to. Rowlet is their defogger. Litwick is a pretty slow Pokemon, but it is strong, and it's a Terra Captain, and it can actually use Terra to set Trick Room for itself and kind of go off from there, so I definitely have to be worried about that. And then their bottom tier is actually the Frigibax, which I don't know how it's bottom tier. That thing is actually decently powerful for what it is, especially giving it Terra. It can make it pretty tough for my team to switch in on. So yeah, a lot of threats there. Here's the stuff I brought to combat that. The first set I decided on was the Doduo, which just looks amazing offensively in this matchup, kind of like it does in every matchup. But yeah, we're going with normal spam this time. Double Edge looks incredible. The only resists being Bronzor, Litwick, and Geodude. A lot of lower tier stuff, and of course the Bronzor and Litwick are very afraid of Knockoff, which I'm also running. I have Quick Attack as well, which allows me to threaten the Meowth, which would outspeed us otherwise, and Swords Dance. If I can set it up on, for example, switch to Bronzor or Marini or something, on something else that's threatened out, Doduo can really go off. Double Edge breaks just about anything, and then Quick Attack might actually be doing tons of damage to anything faster than us, like that Meowth. So yeah, looking forward to big things from Doduo. Next up, we have Fuecoco. This is a very important piece with Unaware, just to wall a couple of the setup threats. Most importantly, that Snivy could potentially go off if I didn't have the Fuecoco here. So that's the main reason I'm bringing it, but it's also great for Rowlet, for Bronzor. It can even check some Meowth sets, and it has a Will-O-Wisp for the Munchlax. So yeah, definitely a pretty important Pokemon to have. Set's pretty standard: Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp, Slack Off, and then Encore just locks things down into utility moves if I can catch that. Next up, Tink. This is the Meowth check. We have Clear Amulet to block the Parting Shot out that it might try to get momentum on us with. And from there, we just have general utility. Draining Kiss and Flash Cannon are nice stabs into most of the team. Knockoff, of course, is just item removal, and it threatens the Bronzor, which could otherwise switch in decently well. And then Stealth Rock, just, to set those up. I expect a lot of switching around, considering the bulky core over there, so getting some hazards up early would be great. Then next up, we have Toedscool. This is an Assault Vest Toedscool because I already have 2 Eviolites elsewhere on the team, so I still wanted that extra bulk, and Toedscool didn't really need utility moves this match. I just wanted to be my remover with Rapid Spin, as well as general attacker. It's very good at switching into the water types, the Chinchou and the Marini, and threatening them out with Earth Power. Giga Drain, of course, just to get some recovery, heals me up on something like the Geodude, or just general targets like the Munchlax or the Meowth. Sludge Bomb to cover the grass types, and yeah, like I said, Rapid Spin for removal. So yeah, check to the water types, general bulky remover. Next up, we have Inkay. I need to bring Inkay here because I don't have a natural fighting type on my team, and I do need fighting moves for that Munchlax, so the Contrary Superpower felt very important here. Psycho Cut Knockoff Superpower just looks really good in this team. It has an option to threaten out just about every one of my opponent's Pokemon, which is great. We just have to be careful about what we lock into with Scarf. And if I don't need the Scarf, I can actually just trick something, the Scarf, and be able to switch out moves to be able to threaten, the combination of something like Munchlax and Marini, if only the bulky core is left, for example. So yeah, Inkay does look pretty good just to keep things in check offensively in this matchup. And in the last slot, we have Jangmo-o, which is running an Eviolite instead of the standard loaded dice scale shot set that we usually use. With the Eviolite, Jangmo-o is actually decently bulky. We're taking advantage of that high defense that Jangmo-o naturally has to try and tank a couple hits, Dragon Dance up, and maybe get a sweep going with our coverage. Dragon Claw is great in this matchup. doesn't have that many resists. Earthquake covers the Marini, which is pretty bulky, and Shadow Claw is for the Bronzor, which is, I believe, the only resist to Dragon Claw. So yeah, potentially a sweeper there. Yep, I'm really liking the team we have going in this matchup. Let's see how it goes in the battle. I'll see you guys there. All right, there is Mmuffinz for MGL Week 6. And we have a team of Marini, Meowth-Alola, Bronzor, got the Frigibacks, Munchlax, and Chinchou. So a lot of stuff I was expecting to see here. Chinchou. No Snivy, kind of a relief, but also it was probably not looking too good in this matchup with Fuecoco. So I think Fuecoco is going to be dedicated as more of a Bronzor answer. Possibly something to hurt the Munchlax as well. And no Rowlet, I should say, which is nice for me. That thing was a bit of a wall. Even Toad School potentially. Yeah, no grass types means that Fuecoco is not super useful, but that's fine. And the Frigibacks is Terra Ground. So, I think Inkay could be pretty good here. There's not really a good switch into it. I would hate to, like, lose it so early, though. You know what? Let's just go Ink. Looks pretty good into everything, actually. And if it's a Bronzor lead, that's probably the only bad situation. I have Fuecoco for that. Or Toad School, I guess. It is the Frigibacks. Okay, it can Terra Ground me, for sure. Alright. Terra Ground. So yeah, offensive Frigibacks could just KO me with a Terra Blast here. That would be very bad, I think. So it turns out Inkay probably would have been a pretty good lead, actually. Tough situation to start. Could go Doduo to avoid the ground move. Could go Toad School, which also avoids the ground move, but that's very valuable. I think it's kind of my Meowth check. That's tough. I'm just gonna go for the knockoff, I guess. I might live the move. You're just gonna go right for it, huh? Maybe I should have gone Doduo. This will at least maybe get Dice out of there, which is threatening, don't get me wrong. Alright, so let's see what happens. It goes for sub. Does this knockoff even take it out? It should. It should take it. Alright, glad I went for the offensive play then. Good. Sub-fades. That's great. This does show no Eviolite, which is great. And could go Fuecoco, I suppose. I could still go Doduo right now. Take the ground move. Especially, I'm thinking you probably don't stick around for this. Like to click a dragon move or something. Like you're clicking a ground move you're staying in. So let's go with the Doduo. I switch first, which means they are staying in. So let's see it. Did I make the right prediction? Yes, let's go. Alright, lucky. Honestly. Okay, so Double Edge is my best play into this. Obviously, Bronzor is the resist. And it really doesn't do much to that guy, so I am very tempted to knock. Let's, If I lose Doduo by staying in and just knocking, and it stays in, is that okay? It's not ideal, but I'll make the read. Nice, alright. There's the Bronzor. Alright, we've played this pretty well in these first 3 turns. Bronzor. Oh my goodness. That's not EVLA. That's Oranberry. And we just take it out with another knockoff. That's great. Great start. Alright. Okay, so Bronzor down. And no loss from my side yet. Alola Meowth can certainly switch in here. It does outspeed this. Although I guess you don't know I'm not Scarf, but even if I was, I would be locked into the knockoff. So yeah, I'm expecting to see the Meowth. And it's the Chinchou. Okay, so it could be a Scarf Chinchou in that case. And Ice Beam does look pretty good coming from this. It could be an electric move, I guess. Which, yeah, Toad School would obviously be great for that. But, like, Ice Beam's too free, right? I'm almost even tempted to go Fuecoco. Obviously, if it's not Scarf, and it's just trying to tank a hit and KO me, Fuecoco's a horrible glitch in. Who knows what this thing could be trying to accomplish right now. But Doduo looks so good offensively now that that Bronzor is down. I want to use my Silk Scarf double edges later, so let's keep it. Go Jangmo-o. Let's just go Tink, actually. Is he gonna Volt Switch? Discharge, okay. Oh, 22 down to 9 with a crit and a para. Oh my goodness. Alright. Discharge, crit. Did 13. So yeah, this is kind of a standard Chinchou. Some offensive investment. So yeah, okay. I'll set rocks. I think, yeah, because that was a crit, this shouldn't be able to take me out. And these rocks are up for the rest of the battle. I believe their only removal was Rowlet, which has not been brought. So yeah, this chip damage looks pretty good. Okay, they bring in the Frigibacks. I'm perfectly okay stacking the Tink. Especially because I do not want this thing getting any scale shots off. So, Frigibacks, let's just make sure we're doing good damage. I mean, knock off broke subs, so any move should be fine. Flash Cannon, doing, yeah. I mean, decent enough damage. Yep. Maybe just go for the Terra Blast. This does make Meowth harder to switch into. But I'll deal. Alright, and with it being Terra Ground, Toad School is actually like a reasonable response. Toad School Giga Drain should be KOing it, assuming it's offensive. And I definitely outspeed it. Doesn't get Ice Shard or anything. Or Doduo, actually. Let's see, are there switch-ins to Toad School? Yes, there are a couple. There are not switch-ins to Doduo. And we just click Double Edge. This should be doing a whole bunch of damage to anything. Oh! We take the Frigibacks. Okay, that thing was honestly kind of a threat. So I'll take this. Alright. I do think, because there's a Munchlax sitting in the back, I need to keep at least Doduo or Inkay, hopefully both. I guess Jangmo-o is also good into it. Decent into it. It can at least do damage. Goko's also looking solid here now that the thermal is being triggered back is out of here. We can spam Will-O-Wisp if we want. This is the Munchlax. Oh! Well, I certainly don't mind this, actually. Like, I mean, Double Edge, I'll admit, is not doing amazing damage, but, like, Chip on this is so good. I could knock off first to remove some kind of berry. And then it can definitely take me out with a Body Slam after. But if I knock off an item, it's a lot easier to deal with, I think. I don't know. Double Edge does so much damage. It's like double the damage of knockoff. But I think I'm just gonna try it. Oh, we do so much. Alright, is this berry? No. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. So, unfortunately, Dodo does go down, but we did great work there. Munchlax KOs Dodo. Okay. It doesn't look like that's Eviolite, so I have to wonder what the item is. I could revenge with Jangmo-o here. Or, honestly, well, I don't know if we cook with KOs through Thick Fat. I guess Inkay's okay? Especially because I can knock off. Yeah, let's try that. So, options here. Superpower, which is walled by the Marini. Knockoff, which the Meowth can come in on. I prefer that for that not to happen. So I think Superpower is good. Marini I can switch in on with Code School, I guess. Yeah, I think I will go for the Superpower. It is the... oh, Fighting Resist Berry. Okay, but it's not going to live this. Yeah. Inkay KO's Munchlax. That is a big threat out of the way. Alright, and you don't know that I'm Scarf, so switching Marini in to take this is tough for you, right? Okay, it's the Chinchou, so I'm betting this is Scarf Chinchou. It does outspeed Scarf Inkay. Chinchou, if it is Voice Scarf. It KOs me with just about anything. Meanwhile, my +1 Superpower. I mean, it's not a KO, but it does a lot of damage. Actually, after Rocks, is it a KO? Small chance. Oh, okay. It's not Scarf. Got it. This is great. It is now in Rock's range. It goes for Scald. It doesn't burn me. And I should just Superpower again, even if they switch to Marini to take it. The Chinchou cannot switch in on Rocks again, I don't think. Yeah, that's like 10%. They just let it go. Okay, cool. Alright. And now they're left with the Marini in the Meowth. Okay, I'm thinking I should preserve this as a way to take out the Marini, so I think Toad School is just fine. Meowth is, you know, kinda tough. Well, let's see what happens with Surf in the Marini. Does 6 damage. Alright. Toad School to Marini. It's not an offensive Marini. Earth Power is doing a lot, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. I could spin first for the Meowth, but honestly, I'm just gonna go for damage. Alright. 2-shot. The death shouldn't matter at this point. Oh, it has Ice Beam? Yeah. Makes sense. Alright. I didn't even consider that it might have that, but that makes sense. This is fine though. I will go Jangmo-o, I guess. If I click Dragon Dance in front of this thing, I don't know that there's much it can do about that. It can, you know, maybe Toxic me. Jangmo-o. Even to a physically defensive Marini, my Earthquake does KO right here and now. And how much does it do to Meowth? It does more than half to the Meowth. So I think I should just go for it. Yeah, alright, so Jangmo-o does take the KO. And it is all down to the Meowth. I don't think it can do it though. I'm thinking of every possible situation. The Meowth can't one-shot me yet, but it can nasty plot up and then probably KO the Dark Pulse. Give rocks. And then we do have Fuecoco, so if it has any sort of setup, we should be okay. So I think I just go for my Dragon Claw, right? It does very solid damage, probably 70% if it's not Eviolite. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. It's physical with Play Rough, does less than half. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Nice. Jangmo-o does survive to take this KO, and that is the 3-0 win. Nice solid game. Yeah, love to see it. Yeah, good game to Mmuffinz. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that game played out. I think the first couple turns were really great, despite me being pretty flustered by them. Ended up working out for me with that substitute over prediction. It's arguable I should have switched Tink out of that, but I'm glad it worked out. And yeah, Doduo ended up being like an amazing breaker here. Took out the Munchlax so that Inkay and then Jangmo-o could kind of go off at the end. So yeah, kind of a basic offense this time. Worked out pretty well. Yeah, with all that said, that's week 6 in the books. We are up to, that's 5-1, I believe. So yeah, doing well for ourselves. I'll see you guys in week 7. Thanks for watching.